James and Sylvia Barrett were born in the lush green hills of southern Manchester, Jamaica. The two met after Sylvia and her family had moved into the Heathfield community. Frequently sighting Sylvia around the neighborhood, James had made it a point to meet the new girl on the block. His wish eventually came true when they finally met, but his swanky style, perfectly groomed afro, fair complexion, and soft-spoken charm were not enough for Sylvia's attention. Sylvia was a Seventh-day Adventist and James was a Jehovah's Witness. The Barretts were not very thrilled of the idea of their son dating the false religion girl from down the road, as they liked to call her. Even if she wanted to give him the time of day, his parents weren't having it. On having more conversations and further getting to know each other, the two defied the odds and would eventually start seeing each other more seriously. In the mornings, he'd meet her at the gate so they could walk to school. She'd take her precious time getting to the gate, which was a short walk from her house, but James was unfazed by her lack of urgency. He was more concerned with seeing her smooth black skin and beautiful smile coming up over the horizon in her patchwork dress, golden rays of sun in tow. When they meet, he'd greet her with, "The pleasure is yours," a phrase she would never forget. Nighttime trips to the neighborhood shop were seen as golden opportunities, as this would give them an excuse to see each other. They'd hold hands until they saw someone who looked familiar, forcing them to quickly let go. Sylvia's mother, Ethelyn, would always be on the lookout, warning of the night cold she would catch from being out so late. In Jamaican culture, this could have possibly meant something else. One evening, Sylvia tried to save dinner for James, and her mom gave it to a young man named Bill, who lived further down the street. Bill was also interested in Sylvia, and this was possibly a test to see who Sylvia was actually interested in and saving the dinner for. James would also gift Sylvia with American apples from time to time. The sentiments from this gesture proved even more precious than buying diamonds. One day, Sylvia randomly left for Kingston, the Jamaican capital, without telling James. It's speculated that she did so to see if James would follow, and to flee the strain their opposing religions had on the relationship. Certainly, he chased her down, but not before conspiring with Sylvia's parents for her new address. Ethelyn had grown very fond of him and was eager to share Sylvia's whereabouts. Soon after, James was on a mission to find the love of his life. Sylvia at 19 and James 21 were now in the big city, away from the watchful eyes of their parents and many siblings. They seized the opportunity to go on their first real date, visiting the Hope Gardens in Kingston. After a picture of their first date was shown to James's dad, Uriah, he said, "Oh, is this that pretty little false religion girl from down the road?" 3 years later, the two would begin a fairy tale spiral into more than 40 years of love and marriage, 5 children and 5 grandchildren. The now Barretts eventually made the tough decision to slowly relocate their family of 7 to the United States in search for a better future. Adjusting took a while, but they eventually began to settle in. The children eventually started to see the dream their parents had put into motion. Friday night dinners in their home were special, as Sylvia would be home from work and would go grocery shopping. The menu was typically the same, as the kids enjoyed helping out with the homemade hamburgers and shoestring fries. Their Friday meals were usually enjoyed with either apple juice or James's special lemonade, something he still makes today. James and Sylvia worked tirelessly, and never a day would go by where their children needed anything. The love and support they received was far greater than anything else they could have wanted. With almost 30 years in the United States, and not without its many challenges, James and Sylvia have set the blueprint for what family values in raising a family should be. Though it might not be said every day, their children and grandchildren are very grateful for everything they've done and are very proud of who they are as parents and grandparents. There are also many others who thank the two for always selflessly opening and sharing their home over the years. Please join us in a toast to our parents and 40 years of marriage. Hashtag Ruby. We love you, Mom and Dad.
Surprise! Happy 40th anniversary!
Guys, I'm sorry I lied.
I hope we really got you guys this time because we worked really, really hard.
I hope you guys really enjoyed this because it was a lot of work.
We love you guys, and definitely, I hope we got you because you guys are always pulling the surprise on everybody else. Gotcha.
If this is what 40 looks like, you better make sure you make it to 50.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, guys. Love you.
Bye, love you. Mwah.